into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you,
Good evening there, and welcome to the latest Elite FPL podcast with myself, Stevo. It is going to be a solo podcast, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm in my room again. So basically, if, as ever, it's the usual line from me. If the stream starts becoming, I am basically going to end it straight away, because the second I hit start stream 30 seconds ago or whatever, it started going completely off the charts red. So I changed the position, and then it started reconnecting and everything and all this. I'm trying not to swear. So yeah, I'm praying for the next hour and a bit, and it's all down to what content you guys give me, to be honest with you, what kind of conversation. But to be completely honest with you, it's the usual line from myself. I'm bored at my mind. And I thought, do you know what? It's Friday evening. Why not go and do some interacting with you guys? Let's talk your teams ahead of Gameweek 4. Let's find out what your plans are. I'm here to answer any questions. Anybody that wants to come on the Discord, so if you are part of the Discord and want to come on live with me, I want to make the conversations as quick as possible, depending on what the conversation's like. I'm really only looking for you guys to be asking me one or two questions at most about what you're thinking of doing this game week and what I think about it. I'd also recommend anybody in the chat, if you're wanting to ask me any questions, please by all means just leave me a few questions for me to answer. You never know, there may be somebody that comes on that could be my co-host, who knows, but I'm only planning to be going on for about an hour or so. Like I said, it's either go bed now or just do a stream, and to be honest with you, let's go and get a stream out of the way. What I will say is that no one, if anybody didn't see last night's show with myself and Jason's special guest J&O, I highly, highly, highly recommend you go and check out that preview for Game Week 4, because to be honest with you, it was absolutely fantastic. I re-listened to it this morning, and it was just brilliant. What I really enjoyed about it the most is that, and Dan actually made this point to me in a voice message, is that J&O clearly, what was the word? I've forgotten the blinking word. Unbelievable. he gelled with myself and Jason really well, and I did feel it was as if we'd known each other for years. It was the first time that myself and Jason never spoke to him in person, or you know what I mean, virtually. And yeah, got on like a house on fire. And like I said in my tweet yesterday, honestly, off air, same bloke, really, really nice guy, had wonderful conversation about and just getting to know him, and it was just brilliant. And if you haven't watched it, please do. Some wonderful insight into why he started doing fantasy football tipping and why he does these videos, live streaming, etc, etc. So I highly recommend you watch the Gameweek 4 preview myself and Jason did with J&O last night. It was absolutely fantastic. Let's go and do a Jason. And let's see who's in chat right now. I know there's about 500 million of you out there, so I'm not going to go for every single name like Jason does. But what I will say is that if I'm going to be keeping you company, whether it's on your drive home from work, whether you've just finished school, whether you're at the gym like FPL Boone on the treadmill, you know, I'm here just to keep you company for the next hour or so. So like I said, anybody who wants to come live on air, kind of make it snappy. We want to just get through the calls as quickly as possible. I don't want to be here all night. Just ask me the basic questions. I saw someone asking earlier on, is Pookie worth a captaincy? Well, as you can see on screen right now, that's my captain at the moment. I haven't done the research yet, and I don't think I'm going to. I can't stand doing research. I'm one of these people where I go on, not only do I go on my gut, but I just go on what I think will actually happen. I asked J&O last night regarding does he act on his FPL team based on his own predictions. He said no. He doesn't look at that at all. He just looks at if a player is in form, he will bring them in. And I know where he's coming from. I completely agree. Obviously, I'm going to be bringing in someone like Pookie into my team because he's in form. You know, I'd be a fool not to. But I also look at my own predictions, and I'm not going to blow smoke at my backside, but I am pretty good at predicting. And usually I don't go with my own backing. And this time I just think that I know I predicted 4-0 to Man City, but I actually think it's going to be Aguero's time. I really do think Aguero could be the best option. Looking back at the history, and just to remind everybody regarding the history for Man City versus Brighton, it looks like it's going to be a 2-0 victory to Man City. Best captaincy options for that game would be Sterling, Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne. Sterling's made 2 starts versus Brighton and 1 sub-appearance. He's only got a goal and an assist. Kevin De Bruyne has made 3 starts against Brighton, has only got 1 assist. And Aguero, 3 starts, 3 goals. And the fact that Jesus is out injured as well, he's not going to be playing. Well, you know, I think that Aguero could be that man that goes and gets in the points. The other game I'm thinking that could be a bit of a high-scoring game is Norwich West Ham. The history's going with a 2-1 victory to West Ham. I said a 3-2 victory. The other guys, Jason and J&O, believe it's going to be a high-scoring game. And based on everything I've been hearing on various podcasts, everybody's just saying both defences are rubbish. Everybody's saying that Pookie in the box is just going to score. And I just, you know what? Because we're doing, and this is again, I'm going to remind everybody, tomorrow afternoon, I am going to be doing Elite FPL Soccer Saturday. I can tell you now, I can do it at 3 o'clock. So I am able to do Elite FPL Soccer Saturday tomorrow afternoon from 3 o'clock. So please, if you want to join myself going through the 6 games that are happening tomorrow afternoon, join me live tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And then what will happen is I'll go for a quick 15-20 minute break, and then I'm going to be covering the Burnley-Liverpool game. And then once that game's over with, maybe an hour or so later, about 8:30, 9 o'clock, Jason is going to be doing his own stream, and it's going to be an elite, a hashtag Elite FPL day. Let's get that trending, shall we? But I think that tomorrow is going to be absolutely fantastic from an Elite FPL perspective. You're going to be going through the, as Brett Mollison always says, the emotional rollercoaster of Saturday. Obviously on Sunday we've got Wolves versus Everton, which I think is going to be a drab. I went 1-1. History's going 1-1. Jason went 1-0 to Everton, and J&O went 1-1. We're all expecting a bit of a drab game there. And then, of course, the Arsenal-Tottenham game. Not many people have many assets, or if they do, it'll be Harry Kane or Aubameyang. Some have even gone with Pepe. I'm fully aware of that. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I just think I'm probably going to, if I'm honest with you, I'm probably going to go live maybe 5 minutes before 3 o'clock. But absolutely for definite, we will clarify via Twitter that I will be, what time I'll definitely be going live. And obviously I'll be putting that stuff into Discord as well. Again, if you are in Discord and you want to come on live with myself for the next hour or so, like I said, it's only going to be a short stream. Please just get in that waiting room and ask me a question regarding your fantasy football team. Like I said, this is a bit of a spontaneous stream and everything. I have been putting out hints on Twitter at Elite FPL. Of course, FPL Boona was the first one to pick up on the fact that, is that a stream going on? And you guessed it right. So yeah, there is obviously I'm doing a stream right now. So let's get into the people that I was supposed to be saying hello to about half an hour ago. Here we go. Matt D, Flair Force, Cameron Rawcliffe, aka FPL Kid on Instagram, Brandon Davis, Rory Keenan, VAR, Anurag, Dereko's here. Good afternoon, Dereko. I wonder if you're in the gym like FPL Boona is right now. We got Sasish, Alan Burns, Canis, BG100, Shaban, Hick76, Davey P's there as well. One of the regulars in the old Discord group. Resi Desi, got that right there, Jason. Resi Desi there, aka Andy. Show me the Mane, the player which is, I believe, second in our mini league. Good evening to you there. And many others of you are joining us right now for this impromptu live stream that I'm doing right now, because, like I said, it is only going to be a quick hour. Gee whiz, good afternoon to you there. Cameron Rudge. Steve-O, that was it. You were the guy that was answering that question. Steve-O, Captain Pookie. Yeah, it looks like I will do. I just think I want some excitement for tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Now, I'm fully aware that obviously Man City are at home. But there's something that tells me that I could be going completely mad here. But whenever Man City seem to play at home at 3 o'clock, usually... Now, there was one game where they scored 5 or 6. I think that was 2 seasons ago. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I probably am wrong. But it was last season, the season before that, where Man City scored 5 or 6 goals. But usually their games at 3 o'clock don't actually contain the amount of goals that we expect. I don't know why. Is it some kind of psychology with the players? I have no idea, but they never seem to be, well, high scoring games. It's usually like 1, 2, 3s. Now obviously Sterling could get all 3. I'm fully aware of this, but yeah, there's just something about Pookie that says to me, captain me, Steve. And Jason did that funny little monologue where he was just basically like, I can see you on Sunday surgery. I said I was going to captain him. I didn't go with my own advice. I mean, ironically, my own advice was going with Kevin De Bruyne. And it was Keyboy that said, well, you're going to be kicking yourself if Kevin De Bruyne comes up trumps. And as I've already mentioned, these stats with Kevin De Bruyne, when he plays at home, he always seems to get double-digit hauls. And I'm wondering, is Kevin De Bruyne actually the better captaincy pick, with the fact that he could just be assisting, and maybe he hasn't got his goal yet either. And I mentioned it the other day that he seems to be a player that scores 1 in every 4 or 5 games. Well, obviously this is game week 4. Maybe he's going to throw in that thunderbolt that he normally can do. So, yeah, absolutely. Jeff McGregor, good evening to you there. It's your, yeah, Mickey Mouse. Alan Burns there regarding my I say my terrible internet. As Jason always says, it's not terrible on the internet. It's just some bizarre reason that there's no signal between, literally a few feet between the bedroom below and here, my bedroom. Yet if I'm literally in the room next door, it's perfect. But I can't be streaming downstairs basically. So Harrison Hong making the point about Martial injured. Well, we knew this about a week ago, so I wouldn't be putting a sad emoji there, because we all know this. But what I would say is that it looks like Greenwood could be starting. There was talk by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer today that he's got 3 strikers, Rashford, Martial and Greenwood. Well, one of them's out. So he'll probably start Rashford, don't get me wrong, but who knows? He may play on the left or the right and Greenwood starts. And he said something about Greenwood so used to playing on a regular basis, not playing as often, isn't doing him any good. So maybe Greenwood would start. I doubt it, but who knows there. I mean, good afternoon, Armand Dillon there. Second, oh no, he's 5th now, isn't he? 5th in our Cash Mini League. Yes, it is a bonus stream, an absolute bonus stream there. Like I said, for anybody watching, I highly recommend you watch the stream that myself and Jason did with J&O. And there we are, Hicks76 there straight away, saying what a great stream it was last night. Yes, it was. It was an excellent stream. Really, really enjoyed it last night. Like I said, I thought that J&O came across really, really well. A very humble man too, and I really, really enjoy it. Ryan0605, is there 8 games tomorrow, Steve-O? Yes, there is. There are 8 games. So you've got the early kick-off between Southampton and Manchester United, and it ends with West Ham. It ends with, obviously, Burnley versus Liverpool. So, like I said, it's going to be one of those days where the Elite FPL community is, simply put, going to be going all day long. It's going to be absolutely fantastic here. Here we are. Transferring Haller, Steve-O, is what Armand Dillon's saying. Well, I think depending on what your team is, I know you're a rival and everything, but rival aside, I'm going to say what FPL Boone always says, which is quite simply this. You know, in all seriousness, depending on what your team is, Haller is an excellent choice to go with. And it's like I heard, in fact, it was J&O last night making the point that at the end of the day, Haller is coming from the German league. It's still a tough league. It's still one of the elite leagues. And he did really, really well last season. This was for, was it Frankfurt? Yeah, no disrespect, but I barely even know who Frankfurt are. So the fact that Haller scored, I think it was 15 goals and got 9 assists in the Bundesliga alone, says to me that he is a top-notch player. And of course, I keep banging on about him, but Boris Rice making the point that, quite simply put, you know, at the end of the day, he's a top-quality player. So David P, I've already said about the Pookie captain. I just think that the fact that he's up against West Ham, I can just see goals. I really can see goals. I mean, I joked with J&O last night, but it's probably going to end up 0-0. Yusuf Ibrahim is saying start Cantwell or Barnes. Well, I'm benching Barnes based on his history versus Liverpool. His history with Liverpool is just basically non-existent. Doesn't do anything against them. And like I said, I've predicted 3-1. Liverpool aren't going to lose against us. In fact, if anything, do you know what? I think they may even just keep a clean sheet. I think it may be 1 or 2-0. I mean, who was it? Someone's just mentioned here going with my gut regarding the Pookie captaincy. And to be honest with you, my gut is telling me one of 4 players, to be honest with you. It's either Pookie, Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne or Salah. And if I go safe, obviously we're talking Sterling. If we go a tiny bit differential, going with Salah. If I want to go for a risk, it's Kevin De Bruyne. And if I want to go for a punt, but I call it like almost like a safe punt, Pookie is the one. So there's 4 players there that I'm willing to go with, and it's going to take a bit of research for me to choose which one. But to be honest with you, it's like I said, I'm sad to say this, but it's probably going to end up on Sterling. But what I will say is that formation I've got up on screen now is actually going to be what it is. So I don't think I'm going to be changing the formation whatsoever. Buster Barnes is there in chat. Absolutely, the Pookie party. And if nobody saw Jason's wonderful T-shirt that our good friend Alex Volo has created, by all means go over to the elitefpl.com website, and there's Jason there modelling it. We also put it up on Twitter at Elite FPL if you want to go and see the picture of Jason modelling the Pookie Train T-shirt. By all means go on to the Elite at Elite FPL Twitter account, and by all means you can go on there. Here we are, Cameron Rudge. You're not playing Barnes, Steve, because there is a risk of El Mohammadi might play instead of Gilbert. No, I think, number one, Gilbert is going to be starting full stop. I think that he's done nothing to say to Dean Smith, you know, you can't start. I heard that he played absolutely wonderfully against whoever they were playing in the Carabao Cup. He did really well against Everton apparently too. So I can't see there being an issue there. And I think Gilbert is going to nail down his spot. He even scored apparently the other day as well. So, gee whiz, you're saying you wildcarded? Yeah? I mean, I can't believe that for 1 second. I mean, if you have, and you're on the and if you're in the waiting room, I'm more than happy to talk to you about that, because I'll be fascinated to find out if you want to talk about your particular, what do you call it, team, basically. If you have wildcarded, that would be absolutely fascinating to hear from you why you've wildcarded. Gravy Dave there, good afternoon. Yes, saying that they didn't know there was a show today. Like I said, this is why you should follow us on Twitter and keep up to date with the Discord. I know we've all got busy lives, I'm not stupid and everything, but usually I do post on Twitter first and I just instantly put it in the Discord, but I just put up little hints here and there. And like I said, FPL Boona did work out. It's not exactly difficult to work out when I'm going live or not, but I'd rather put out hints and everything, because like I say, sometimes I think that I want to do it and then I just think, no, I can't be bothered, and then I just think, actually, do you know what? No, out of respect to you guys, I will do it, because it's only an hour, for crying out loud. What do you want me to do instead? Watch other FPL content just saying the same old thing that I'm going to be saying anyway? I'd rather just interact with you guys. It's a lot more fun, to be honest with you. Harrison Hong saying Martial with Greenwood. Well, like I said, Martial's already out, so I mean, having them both, there's nothing wrong with having them both. I mean, admittedly, it takes up a slot, but certainly having both Martial and Greenwood, there's not an issue with that whatsoever. I think it's a perfectly good strategy to have, especially if Greenwood is guaranteed to be starting to play, as Solskjaer has kind of hinted at, but he definitely has said that what's his face isn't going to be playing whatsoever, so I wouldn't even worry about that. So continuing on down the stream here. Yeah, I mean, there we are there. Gravy Dave saying about cannot wait to see the Elite FPL Soccer Saturday tomorrow. No, I mean, I'm exactly the same. It is going to be absolutely fascinating. But like I said, the last time I did this, in fact, I actually remembered when the last ones, and then and on my own, which contained, I think, 1 or 2 goals total across 4 or 5 games. Whereas the following night, when I think either Jason did it on his own or I did it with Jason, either way, there was like a goal every 5 minutes. It was absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy, to be honest with you. Oscar saying, please don't convince me to captain Pookie. Again, although ironically I'm here wanting to talk to you guys and answering your questions, advising. We're not an advice or tips to thing, just go with what you think. But I'm just personally potentially going with Pookie because he may score. That's all I'm saying. And I just think that possibly Sterling, Pookie, Kevin De Bruyne and Salah may all just cancel each other out. So there we are. I mean, our man Dylan's saying, is Aston Villa defence any good? Well, they've got top quality players in that defence. So Tom Heaton obviously at the back as well. Tyrone Mings really does tighten up that back four. So yeah, I think certainly you're talking Aston Villa. I mean, there we are. Cameron Rudge basically saying that Aston Villa defence isn't bad with Tyrone Mings. You know, it's one of those where I think that Aston Villa this season will keep a minimum of between 7 and 10 clean sheets this season. Obviously, we have no idea specifically when, but at the end of the day, they're playing Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are an absolute bunch of clowns. No disrespect, FPL lad, but it's true. You won't deny that, and especially at home. I think they've lost. I think the stat I read was they've lost 9 games in a row at home, or they lost something ridiculous like that. But either way, they're not particularly great at home, so I'm happily willing to play an Aston Villa defender, keeper if you've got Tom Heaton, etc, etc. I have Jeff McGregor. I have 3 Man City players, so Kevin De Bruyne may get the chop. Oh, is that to bring in Aguero? Right, well, if I was in anybody's shoes and wanting 3 City, I'd be going with Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne and Aguero. I'd be just going with them 3. I know it's very, very expensive, but just don't trust their defence at the moment. They seem to be, it's like J&O said last night, he wanted to go 4-0 to, to City, but he said that, nope, they've always got a goal to concede in there, so yeah, absolute classic Man City of conceding one last minute goal there. The BG100 saying, Steve, you're going to absolutely kick yourself if you don't captain Sterling or Salah. If you want to explain to me why, please let me know. That would be very, very interesting. And just to let everybody know, we did run a poll in the Discord. And in that poll, simply put, and I will bring it up in a second, it was about your Elite FPL community team. The community team, of course, is doing actually very, very well at the moment. I would bring it up, but I can't actually. That's what I hate about Discord. It just, if there's nothing uploaded, you can't actually see anything whatsoever. It's ridiculous. So I can't actually find it. But either way, we did a poll last night regarding the transfers that you want to make. It was one free transfer that you decided to go with, and simply put, it was either going to be, who was it again? I think it was Martial out you wanted to take out, or Perez. I think it was Perez to take out, and you wanted to basically replace with either Lanzini or Mason Mount. And I think the voting system was really, really tight at the time. And typical, I can't even bring it up. Absolute load of rubbish. Sorry about that. I can't bring it up. I can't even flame and find it. So I'm gonna have to do it on my phone. Utterly mad. So yeah, there was a poll put up, and if you want to go into poll vote on the Discord, by all means get your vote in there, and it seems to have been taken down. Unless I'm going completely mad, which I'm not. Why is that being taken down for? Interesting. Oh, okay. Something's disappeared on my thing. I know Jason was in the moderator thing just about 30 seconds ago, but all of a sudden, I know this is ridiculous, me just staring at a flaming phone. I'm fully aware of this, but I want to bring up the... Oh, there it is. What? Right, let's start again, shall we? So, yeah, what player would you like to transfer out? And overwhelmingly, you've gone with Perez. Huge votes there. Perez is going to be out the team. And which player would you like to transfer in? Well, this is where it gets a bit closer, but not too close. So overall, it's going to be Mason Mount. So you've decided to bring in Mason Mount for Perez. Now, you can still get your vote in. Go to the poll vote on the Discord if you can find it. And then vote for your player that you want to bring in for Perez. But at the moment, pretty much it looks like you guys are wanting Mason Mount in your team. And then what we'll do is we'll go and get a poll up for who you want to captain. But to be completely honest with you, it looks like you're all going to go the standard way of Sterling. Let's be realistic here. But you never know. This is what a poll's all about. Get your thing in there. So here we go. Let's just see if anybody wants to join me on the Discord chat. Like I said, if anybody wants to talk to me and just get some advice or whatever, by all means join me in the waiting room. There's about 500 people in the hangout. So what I will do is I will just saw G-Wiz. G-Wiz is there. So G-Wiz, we're going to bring you live on air. Hello, G-Wiz. Oh, why isn't this working? Right, okay, fair enough. This doesn't seem to be working for some bizarre, strange reason. Let's try and find out if FPL Mechanic can come live on air. No, nothing seems to want to come into this Discord. How peculiar. No, unfortunately I'm having some technical issues, surprise, surprise, with bringing people on live on air, and I have no idea why. That's really, really infuriating, so I'm just going to continue chatting. Let's see if Tornado Gangsters come on there. No, nothing's wanting to come on there whatsoever. Well, Jason's there now. Hello, Jason, can you hear me? Gee whiz is there. Jason, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, Gee whiz, can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? You're all in the
Yes,
live on
Stevo, I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank goodness for that. I don't know what's going on here, but for whatever reason, nothing seems to be coming out on the thing. So we've got you live on air, Gee whiz, and you said you've wildcarded.
Yes, I have. Before I start, I just want to let everyone know that Jason's working on some security measures on the Discord channel. So everything will be sorted.
Right, okay. I'm hoping you didn't break up forever there. You broke up for me just then. So Jason's working on some security issues at the moment for the Discord. Right, okay. So Gee whiz, you've wildcarded. Why?
Why? Because
He's disappeared. What's going on? Ironically, when you want Jason to sort out the tech, because blimey, everybody's just vanished. I honestly, I can only apologise for this, everybody. This is terrible TV at the moment, but everything seems to have just vanished off my screen. Brilliant. I've just seen somebody saying that Anil Desanji is saying that he's going to be captaining Allaire. Really? Well, it'd be fascinating to hear your thoughts as to why you're going to be captaining Allaire. That'd be really, really interesting. I wonder if nobody. I'm going to scroll to the bottom of the chat to see if everything's working. Although, of course, this decides to crash on me right now. Anurag is saying something about Steve-O stream and Jason maintenance at the same time. I have no idea what that means. Yeah. G-Wiz has just disappeared. Everything seems to have just... how peculiar. Everything seems to have just vanished around me. I can't even go to the bottom of the... Daniel Amer Belaine is saying, what do I think of Mopay? Well, at the end of the day, what was it? That what's his face? Adone. He got sent off the other day. So basically, he will not be... Right, I see. Right, I understand. Right, so basically, we can't use just Discord because Jason is putting it under maintenance. So in other words, no one can join me on maintenance on Discord. So I'm just gonna have to go through the chat conversation like every other live streamer does. Fantastic. So this is only going to be about half an hour long now, unless I can keep talking. But yeah, Mapei. Quite simply put, it looks like he will be playing instead of Andone. I think it'd be mad. Although why you would play him against whatchamacallit, what's his face, Man City, it would be absolutely mad. So what I'll do is I'll quickly scroll up here. Vinyak Prasad is saying, Steve, opinion of Cantwell instead of Pookie. I think you'd be mad to go with Cantwell over Pookie. I just think at the end of the day, Pookie is the main striker for Norwich. He's done really, really well at the moment. Cantwell, yeah, he's playing in a 3 behind Pookie and everything, but was he returned a goal and assist? I can't even remember. Let's bring up Cantwell's stat, shall we? I'm sure it's just a goal and assist, but let's quickly find out. Certainly, I would not be having Cantwell ahead of Pookie. That would be absolutely madness. Here we go. Again, laptops, the most sensitive thing on the planet. Blimey, barely even touch anything and everything goes to pot. Right, so we're looking at Cantwell, aren't we? Come on, load up. But yeah, I wouldn't be bringing in Cantwell or having Cantwell over Pookie. If I had the options there, that would be just not quite suicide. That's a bit of a strong terminology there. But let's bring up Cantwell and let's see what he's returned so far this season. Simply put, he's got 2 assists and a goal, right? Okay, and those 2 assists came against Newcastle, and he got that goal against Chelsea. If you know what, that is actually very, very good returns. But I still would choose Pookie over Cantwell. But if you have the cojones to go with Cantwell instead of Pookie, just to save that, what is it, 2 million, 2.5 million, you carry on. You carry on, my friend. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Let's just scroll that back down there. It's amazing how once the maintenance or the tech goes down the pot, the actual stream starts going down the pan. It's absolutely incredible, isn't it? Yeah, just to let everybody know, Jason's doing some maintenance on the Discord, so ironically I can't actually take any calls this evening. It doesn't look like, hence why people are just vanishing and reappearing on, not necessarily the screen, but certainly on. Someone just asked about Kyle Walker-Peters starting. No, he's been confirmed out. He's not actually playing. I'm sure Pochettino has actually come out and said that he won't be playing. Matt Brunton, the man that knows everything about accumulators, he's saying that Steve, your accumulator for the weekend should be Sterling, Rashford and Pookie all to score. I'm not a betting man, I'm afraid. I don't like putting money down because I never win. I know you're the man in the know. Excuse the pun regarding J&O's wonderful pun on his name, but yeah, I'm not willing to do that, but you are the man that's willing to do it, so absolutely. Basker Bora, friend of the show, Pookie Barnes combination from Game Week 5 onwards looking great. Yes, I completely agree with you. If we want to remind ourselves of what that particular fixture run is like from Game Week 5, let's find out. So for Ashley Barnes, for Burnley, you're looking at Brighton, he's going to score against them. Norwich at home, probably score against them. Aston Villa away, nah. Everton at home, no. So I reckon Ashley Barnes of those next 4 is going to get a minimum of 2 goals. And then of course we got Pookie from Game Week 5, straight after the international break. We're going with Man City at home. God, that is one hell. That, you know what, off the top of my head, if Norwich played like they're doing, that could be a cricket score. That could be your triple captain Aguero or Sterling for that game. Seriously. If Norwich defend like they've been doing, I think Man City at home, that could be 6 or 7-0. Who knows? And of course we've got Burnley away. Well, we never keep clean sheets, so yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if Pookie scored there. Crystal Palace away. Well, of course Crystal Palace's home record is terrible. Aston Villa at home, you'd like to think they'd score against them. And well, Bournemouth away is a fantastic fixture. So yeah, I think, to be honest with you, Pookie is almost, well, yeah, I'll say it, pretty much have him like the Jimenez of last year. Just, if you don't own him, buy him. If you own him, keep him. The only difference is that I think that Pookie is actually worthy of captaincy based on his explosive form at the moment. I mean, let's just quickly look at his history. It's this so far. So getting a goal, obviously, versus Liverpool, but then getting that hat-trick against Newcastle and then a goal and assist versus Chelsea. Just extraordinary returns. You know, if you would have told us that at the start of the season, Pookie to get 5 goals and 1 assist across those 3 fixtures, Matt Brunton, you're the betting man here, you'd have got about 5,000 to 1 on that. No one would have flaming believed you on that, and there we have it. Proof in the pudding, as they say. Let's go here. Oh, will Walker start? Dara Brosnan. Yeah, I would like to think he will. All this talk about he's going to get dropped for Cancelo. I mean, again, I'm sure Guardiola has come out today and just basically said that Cancelo isn't quite fit enough for the start so far this season, so I wouldn't be worrying about Cancelo taking his place. Hengry NG, would you transfer out Martial or play would you transfer out Martial for a -4? Would you play Cantwell and Barnes? Cantwell or Barnes? I would play Cantwell, probably. Yeah, Cantwell. Absolutely play Cantwell ahead of Barnes. This is when Barnes is going to get a hat-trick versus Liverpool for some bizarre reason. Matt D, as a Burnley fan, who would you bring in from your defence for the next run of good fixtures? Peters? Yeah, it's either Peters or Loughton. One of the two, really. if you want to get a goalkeeper in, but you're not really asking that question. So yeah, Peters or Loughton, absolutely for those two positions there, because they're guaranteed to start basically. And the fact that Sean Dyche has come out and said that the team that played against Sunderland the other night were just an absolute joke, and that team included Charlie Taylor, that suggests to me that Peters has got that spot until basically he messes up, which ironically he messed up the other day. Well, apparently the hangout is now working. Let's try that lost guy. I've been informed by Anurag that it's working. So that lost guy, no, it's not working. I think everything's still under maintenance. So we're gonna have to persist with the old what do you call it, chatting to chat, so to speak. And my goodness, there is a lot of you, and I'll do the old admin quickly. Simply put, right, okay, fair enough. I don't know if he's there though. I don't know if Jason's actually there. No, he's not. No, there's no. I'll do that if Jason's there. I'll turn him up, but he's not there at the moment. He's dealing with the maintenance and everything. So. The irony, we're getting about 500 subscribers at the moment, and this is probably the worst stream I've ever done. Brilliant. So I'll do the old get the admin out the way, as I say. So simply put, I'm saying to you now that if you are enjoying this terrible stream at the moment, just simply hit that like button. It shows your support. And if you are not a subscriber but you want to subscribe because you enjoy our content, and I just highly recommend just subscribing just for tomorrow alone. Tomorrow alone, remember, it's Elite FPL Soccer Saturday. Quite literally throughout the whole day, we're going from 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon all the way to probably about, depending on when Jason's available, up until maybe 11 o'clock in the evening. Now, Jason has got a very, very long day. I'm not going to lie. He's got a very long day ahead of him, and I don't think he's going to be streaming for too long, but I do know for a fact that he is definitely going to be streaming tomorrow at approximately between 8:30 and 9. So once Jason's available, I'm sure he'll tweet out, he'll let you guys know in Discord what's going on. Let's see then. Yeah, I'm not even going to go into the Discord tonight, everybody. I can only apologise, but there is some maintenance work going on. Every time I go in there, I'm about to bring somebody on. People are disappearing. Jason is there himself. It seems like he's working. So please, anybody in chat, please stop mentioning coming onto Discord, because I'm telling you now, no one is going to be coming on live on air. I can only apologise, but due to maintenance issues, a bit like the trains, I can't actually get onto the Discord, so I can only apologise with that. FPL Boona has made his move. It's Martial to Felipe Anderson. Really? I'd like to know why. Why not Lanzini? I mean, if we were to look at Anderson this season just briefly, I can come out of that Discord now. Anderson, that's a very, very differential move there, my friend. I don't know why you've gone and done that. Very bold indeed. He's 6.9, and he's just got... We played 65 minutes versus Man City. Didn't play any minutes versus Bournemouth. Then he played 77 minutes versus Watford. He got an assist, fair enough. And now he's up against Norwich. I'm surprised you haven't gone with the more popular choice in Lanzini. But let's have a quick look at Anderson's fixtures, or West Ham's in general. Norwich at home, a favourable fixture, I suppose. Aston Villa away, it's going to be tough. Man United at home, well, they always put up a good fight against United. And then Bournemouth away, Crystal Palace at home. I just think it's a very peculiar selection, if I'm honest with you, Boona. I don't know why you've done that per se. Very, very peculiar, but maybe it's the fact that you're at the gym at the moment and your testosterone's so high that you're panicking, you're shaking. It's I've got to do something. So EM07, Martial Rashford for the long run. That's a good question. Well, Jason would be screaming out saying Rashford. I'd go with Martial just for the simple fact that he's out of position. That's just my opinion. But right now as we speak, seeing as seeing as Rashford isn't injured, go for Rashford. Yeah, I agree with Gravy Dave. Anderson's a very interesting move. Completely agree with you. Steve-O from Jeff McGregor. Steve-O, Sterling or Aguero for Norwich? Aguero. Go with Aguero. That's what I personally think. Who should Rakesh play in place of Martial? Should it be Lundstrom or Greenwood? That is a flip of the coin. You know what? If I'm a bag, which obviously I can't. Oh, here we are. Let's flip a coin, as the kids say. And this is if I got a coin. So there we are. £2 piece. So we'll say heads for Lundstrom, tails for Greenwood. So let's flip a coin. I've gone and dropped it, of course. It's landed on heads. The worst flip of the coin ever. It's landed on heads. So it's saying Lundstrom. And I actually agree with that as well. So yeah, go with Lundstrom. Vignac's asking, would you free up funds for Sterling De Bruyne? I'm assuming to have Sterling, De Bruyne, Salah and Allaire. Yeah, absolutely. They're all key to their teams basically. So as absolutely, I would definitely go with that, Vignac. Before anybody starts screaming, yes, I need to unmute Jason. I get it, but he's unfortunately not there at the moment. So let me just quickly see if he's there again, and let's see if I can bring him on. But I doubt he is, because like I said, the Discord, ironically by him, is being what is going on here? No, he's not even there. So let's just see if this works. Oh, there it is. Right. Now he's gone again. It's ridiculous. I'm getting really annoyed at this, actually. I'm getting really frustrated. I just feel like just not using the Discord whatsoever, to be honest with you, because it's getting really frustrating to use. Right, let's just see if Jason... Wow. Amazing. Jason, I'm bringing you on. Hello, Jason.
Hello, Steve.
Hooray! Thank God for that. A noise. Tell the world what you're doing with the Discord, please.
So I'm making a few added security measures for our Discord because we unfortunately had some trolls come on last night and cause some problems. So yeah, I do apologize. I've just been changing all the permissions in each channel. So yeah, there's more security involved. So it's all working now. It's all working fine.
How will this stop the trolls, just of interest?
It will make it very hard for the trolls, and it will prevent raids from happening. So there we go. But basically, it's just extra measures to bolster to protect the community from trolls and from harassment from other individuals.
Right, interesting. Right, okay, interesting. And you think this is going to obviously make Discord a bit more of a, not a more friendly environment, but well, yeah, I suppose just a more of a friendly environment rather than getting these people jumping in and destroying the goodwill that we're all.
Ultimately, we want to make sure that the environment that we've got, the positive atmosphere that's in our Discord, is maintained, and also we've got to respect that people have got their own opinions, and when people that are causing disturbance, and this is one of the many ways that we're going to do that, though. So. Sorry for I didn't actually realize you were going live. Otherwise I would have timed it a bit differently. But it's just the way it's worked out. It wasn't a 5-minute thing. I had to take some time doing it. But yeah, you should find that everything is sorted now.
While we got you live on air at the moment, your thoughts on me seriously thinking of captaining Pookie?
I think that you're saying it now. I'll believe it when I see it on Saturday. I think it's a great captain, but I just think that Yeah, I think it's. I think knowing what you're like as a player, it would be out of the ordinary to see you do something like that. It would be against the sort of the safe way that you play the game.
Yes, of course. Yeah. I mean, like I said, we've got this huge day planned tomorrow. If you could tell our audience what time roughly, if you are available, you think you'll probably be going on air tomorrow evening.
I'm aiming to get home for around about 8:00. So as soon as I can, I will get on air.
So we're talking a random guess between 8:30 and 9:00.
I would say that, yeah.
Brilliant.
Assuming that all the trains are running fine, 9:00 at the worst case scenario.
Brilliant, Jason. Any final? I'm doing us now. Any final thoughts?
All pretty relaxed about Gameweek 4. I had my team set on Sunday, and I haven't touched it since. So I hope everyone's wildcards are going well. I hope everyone's transfers have paid off. I had some nice price rises last, and no drop.
Stream's just gone.